Shalom, Malcolm. First off, want to give all honor, all glory, all praises to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Makakodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles, prophets, and teachers for teaching us this truth. Also want to say shalom to the Lord Yahawah, Hashem, Yahawashi's elect, 144,000 men, and the one-third large great multitude of men, women, and children he will have mercy on in this last days. Okay. I want to go into a topic about love. As you know, the Christian church, they like to quote Yahawashi, whom they ignorantly call Jesus Christ, and they say, "Oh, all we have to do is love one another." And Christ said you have to love, which his name's not Christ, but that's what they say. All Christ said you have to do is love, and not quantify what that love actually means. So I got some precepts to back up what love actually means and what he was talking about. Matthew 22 and 34. All right, this is 34 on down. But when the Pharisees had heard that he had put the Sadducees in silence, they were gathered together. Then one of them, which was a lawyer, asked him a question, tempting him and saying, "Master, which is the great commandment in the law?" Yahawashi said unto him, "Thou shalt love Yahawah thy power, with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment, and the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets." So what was he talking about? Let's get some more context here. Let's go to Mark 12 and 28. All right, this is Mark 12 and 28. And one of the scribes came, and having heard them reasoning together, and perceiving that he had answered them well, asked him, which is the first commandment of all? And Yahawashi answered him, the first of all, the commandment is, Hear, O Israel, Yahawah our power is one Lord. And thou shalt love Yahawah thy power with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind, and with all thy strength. This is the first commandment. And the second is like, namely this, Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. There is none other commandment greater than these. Let's get Luke's interpretation of this moment. Luke 10 and 25. And behold, a certain lawyer stood up and tempted him, saying, Master, what shall I do to inherit eternal life? And he said unto him, What is written in the law, how readest thou? And he answering, Thou shalt love Yahawah thy power with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy strength, and with all thy mind, and thy neighbor as thyself. And he said unto him, Thou hast answered right, this do, and thou shalt live. But he, willing to justify himself, said unto Yahawashi, And who is my neighbor? So, let's go ahead and get 1 John 5 and 3. 1 John 5 and 3 states, For this is the love of the Most High, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. So the way that we show the Most High that we love him is we keep his commandments. All right? And no, it's just not simply being, I love you. Oh, stating I love you, that doesn't get it. Romans 13 and 9. We're going to go into it a little bit more, digging a little deeper. Romans 13 and 9. Well, let's start at verse 8. owe no man anything but to love one another. For he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law. For this, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness, thou shalt not covet. And if there be any other commandment, it is briefly comprehended in this saying, namely, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Love worketh no ill will to his neighbor, or no ill to his neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law. All right. So, if you actually searched the Bible and studied like you're supposed to, you would know that they were quoting from the law. And we're going to get that for you. As you've seen, I believe it's in Luke or it was in Mark. They asked Yahawashi, and Yahawashi said, "First, is he hero Israel? Yahawah, our power is one Lord." Here it is in Deuteronomy 6. We just start at verse 4. Hear, O Israel, Yahawah, our power is one Lord. And thou shalt love Yahawah thy power with all thine heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart. And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. And here we see going more into the commandments, starting at verse 14. You shall have you shall not go after other gods of the gods of the people which are round about you. For Yahawah thy power is a jealous God among you, lest the anger of Yahawah thy power be kindled against thee, and destroy thee from off the face of the earth. Ye shall not tempt Yahawah your power as ye tempted him in Massah. Ye shall diligently keep the commandments of Yahawah your power, and his testimonies and his statutes which he hath commanded thee. And thou shalt do that which is right and good in the sight of Yahawah, that it may be well with thee, and that thou mayest go in and possess a good land which Yahawah sware unto thy fathers. So going into the commandments, I believe it's the first 4 or 5 that go into, thou shalt have no God before me, don't take my name in vain. Think. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven images. Thou shalt not take the name of Yahawah thy power in vain. And remember the Sabbath and keep it holy. Salaki, I had to read it from somewhere else. Right. And so let's get the love thy neighbor as thyself. It says Leviticus 19:17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, and not suffer sin upon him. Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am Yahawah. And he just goes down and lists some of the commandments here. So, anyway, I hope this was edifying. That's why Shalom.